Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
54.
Third and long. It's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Myers' kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1st down, Winston. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1.
With the score, Seahawks 10, Buccaneers nothing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go.
Throwing, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jameis to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jameis again. And this is caught by Evans. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run with Barber, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Jameis now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3.
Tyler Lockett, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 76 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it when...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
He's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Past the 20. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brashad Perriman, as time expires in the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He's going to fire this thing deep. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey. You got 3. Three down.
Throwing is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It got his man complete. It's a big play. Winston to Evans, 47 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 44, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now Winston. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 42-yard
I'm going
line.
back to you. I'm going back to you.
On 1st down, Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
1st down, the run with Lynch. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's not able to get away. He is... well short of a first down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Come get some. Let's keep playing it. Stay in there. Mike 5-4.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Hey, pick your game up.
They run it. It's Ogunbowale. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They go again with Ogunbowale. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 20.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. Here's Ogunbowale. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Winston. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Winston on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd
and whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. And they take a knee.
Winston on the keeper.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. They'll run with Barber. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll try it now with Barber. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber in the final minute. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
We got this.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Ready? Blue ready. Come on, let's go.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Seahawks 44-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready. I got one.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away.